Oh yeah, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Never Star Soldier 1 or yeah, whatever review. Cause look at what I got here. I got the original Super Scope in its box. Yeah, if you don't know this thing, it was actually the successor to the famous Nintendo NES Zapper. But now look at that, you got a mounted bazooka on your shoulder. Very unique, very different, but should you buy this? Yeah, if you got this all complete, you got this with the game Super Scope 6, which is an interesting game because it has 6 games in one cartridge, which sounds cool, but it's really just 2 games with 3 different variants. Yeah, Laser Blazer, which is not blazing lasers, and Blastrous, which is kind of like a variation on Tetris. Yeah, so if you're looking to get this complete in box, this is what it looks like. It's absolutely huge. Look at that. This is the size of an NES Zapper. And look at it compared to the Super Scope 6. Oh yeah, that's it's not too heavy, but man is it ever big. Yeah, you better make sure you have all the parts with it too. You need this thing here, which is very useful. It actually helps pinpoint what you're actually seeing on the screen, and you can actually shoot targets better. Yeah, this can even be adjusted so you can take this part off. See, it's real easy to take off, crap. And put it on the other side, so if you're a lefty, that's not a big deal. Yeah, oddly enough, the Super Nintendo controller is not catered to left-handed people, but the Super Scope, which is a very odd, hard-to-find device, is. So go figure. Even though the Super Scope here looks awesome, it's very cool, it works very well, the problem is it takes 6 AA batteries. The biggest cost of the Super Scope itself is the batteries. 6 AA batteries only last like 3 hours. Yeah. Let's take a look at it and see if it's worth that investment. There's that sensor bar right there. Unless you have that sensor bar hooked up to the second port of your Super Nintendo, you're not going to get your Super Scope to work. Yeah, so here is the Super Scope. You get to test your aim, and it works pretty great. Oh, I can see through the scope thing. I'm able to shoot the center each time. Very cool. Yeah, sadly, since I'm getting this on my older TV, I apologize for the quality. But if you want to get your Super Scope to work, you better have original CRT TV. So we're going old school on this one. Okay, let's pick up the Super Scope, pick out a game, and show you what you do. Yeah. You can shoot any of the targets up there, select your game, select your difficulty. Now these are just basic arcade games. Nothing too fancy. I wish I could have done that in the original Tetris. Just keep the pieces that I want. You know, it's an interesting idea. They're pretty much just moving themselves. Pretty rudimentary. Yeah, on the higher difficulties, I guess this can be fun. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, and so this game is pretty boring. I actually had to reset on the system itself. Let's check out Laser Blazer. Yeah, we got 3 different games here. Pretty much variations of the same type. Yeah, it's pretty much just a glorified missile command. Alright, I got a high score and everything, that's great. Yep. Too bad there's no save feature. You die, woman. Of course, this is a Nintendo game, so you can't kill them. Alright, do we have to go to this bullseye every time? Yeah, just like those early Nintendo games, it's very basic. The games definitely lack a lot of depth. There's no storyline here, you're just going for points. This is no Battle Clash, and I thought Battle Clash is very basic. Yes, the Super Scope, it works pretty good. And this game is good for testing out what it can do. Like the accuracy on the games is amazing. Much better than the original NES Zapper. You can actually pinpoint on targets. Sadly, you can also plug in the NES Zapper to your Nintendo and you're good to go. Here you need to have all the proper accessories, you need the sensor bar, you need 6 AA batteries, you need that whole scope thingy. I was lucky, I was able to get the Super Scope with all the parts, with the game, all the accessories, and I'm good to go. Other people out there may not be so lucky. And what do you get? A very average video game that harkens back to the old Atari days of light gun shooting. Not a lot of depth here, unfortunately. Like, these games would have been okay if there was a save feature. But here I'm just shooting at random targets. You lose your scores as soon as the powers turn off. That's bullcrap. There's just no story here either. I give the Super Scope 6 and the Super Scope itself about 52 out of 100. Unless you find it complete, don't even bother. Look at this thing, yeah! That's awesome. Look at me, I'm Rambo. Alright, this is Star Soldier, over and out.